Hi, this is Dale Buchanan, the host of Puppy Talk Podcast. Before we get started today, I wanted to let you know of my new book, The Complete Puppy Training Manual. It's available on Amazon in 4 formats: Kindle ebook, paperback, hardcover, and audiobook. You can find it on Amazon right now. It's called The Complete Puppy Training Manual, and I will put a link in the show notes of this episode. I'm Dale Buchanan, and this is Puppy Talk, the podcast that offers free advice and tips for raising a happy, healthy, and obedient puppy. For more information on this podcast, visit us online at puppytalkpodcast.com. Welcome to Puppy Talk episode number 67. I'm your host, Dale Buchanan. Today I'm going to talk about being patient with your puppy. There are 2 ways that we can be more patient with our puppy. 1, when teaching a novel command, and 2, overall in their growth as a puppy going through adolescence and into adulthood. Before we get started with this lesson, I wanted to let you know that you can download a free chart on behavior modification for your puppy. This chart is available for download by going to the link in the show notes on my website, puppytraining.dog. Let's get started. The first way to be more patient with your puppy is when teaching them a novel command. The example would be this. I always teach a puppy sit, and that's very easy to do. You get a food lure, you hold it to their nose, you bring it over their head, their butt touches the ground, you mark it with a yes, and you give the food reward. Within a very short period of time, the puppy will understand what sit means. Then we go into the down command. This is where the patience is going to become necessary. When teaching the down command, I also use shaping. So I hold the treat to the puppy's nose, bring it right down between their paws, and bring it forward so that their front paws come forward, their belly lays on the ground flat, and I mark it with a yes and feed them the food reward. This takes time, and a lot of times, owners will get in the way by being impatient and, first of all, repeating commands like this. Down, 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 down is going to confuse the puppy. And then you're programming that software of 4 downs in order for the puppy to do it. So you just want to say the command once and let the puppy learn to do the movement on its own. Don't get in the way. After you've done 10 to 15 repetitions of shaping, don't shape anymore and don't use a food lure. Just say the command down and see what the puppy does. This is where the patience comes in to teach a novel command. The puppy will usually look around, move their paws a little bit, fidget, maybe scratch themselves, because they're not exactly sure what we want, but we're teaching them to make a decision. We've taught them the command, we've taught them the movement using shaping. Now they have to make their own decision, and we have to get out of the way. The more we help them and the more we try to go back to shaping and luring them during this critical period of them making decisions, the less they're going to learn. So that first example is how to be patient when teaching new commands and new movements to your puppy. The second way to be more patient with your puppy is overall in their life. A puppy will reach adolescence between 6 and 9 months. And then they start moving into adulthood. Depending on the breed of your puppy, they may reach adulthood at 1 year, it may be 2 years. Every dog will be different depending on the breed and their size. When your puppy's going into adulthood, they're still going to make mistakes. Even if you hired a trainer, even if you've done obedience training every day, even if you've done great leash training, even if you think you've done everything well, they only have a short amount of training compared to what humans have. Think about this for a second. You have a child. 5 years old, the child goes to kindergarten, and then it goes through elementary school, junior high school, and then it's 18 years old, and it may or may not go to college. If it goes to 4 years of college, it's out into the real world at 22 years old. That's 17 years of training and education. But a lot of humans expect their puppies to learn everything immediately. And when they don't learn it after a few months or a few weeks, they get frustrated and impatient. This is where your patience comes in. You have to understand that puppies and dogs learn at their own pace. We can't force them to learn faster. Every breed is different. Every household is different. Every environment is different. Every owner is different. You have to be patient with your puppy. Even when your puppy is 2, 3, 5, 8 years old, they're still going to make mistakes. They're not perfect. Puppies aren't perfect. Dogs aren't perfect. Humans aren't perfect. This is where patience comes in, is understanding that they're never going to be perfect. Even as adult dogs that are well-trained, like my dog Dixie, they're always going to make bad decisions on occasion. They're not going to do everything perfectly, and we have to accept that. As humans, we also don't make great decisions all the time. Sometimes we make bad decisions. Those are 2 ways you can be more patient with your puppy. I hope this information was helpful to you. If you have any questions, you can always reach me through the website, puppytalkpodcast.com. And don't forget about your free gift on puppytraining.dog. It's the behavior modification chart that you can download for free. Have a great day. This is Dale Buchanan, host of Puppy Talk Podcast. I have an announcement of a new book that I just published called Potty Training Your Puppy. It's available on Amazon in Kindle and paperback, soon to be available on audiobook. You can find out all the details of this book using the link in the show notes. It's called Potty Training Your Puppy. It's a comprehensive book with a simple and effective way to help potty train your puppy, and it really works. Check out the link in the show notes.